טעות נושנת. התאזרחה בלב רבים במושג ביטחון, שם ביטחון המשמש למידה מעוללה ועיקרית בפי החסידים. נסתובבה במושג חובה להאמין בכל מקרה שפוגש האדם ועמידתו לקראת עתיד בלתי מוכרע, ושני דרכים בעתיד, אחת טובה ולא שנייה. כי בטח יהיה הטוב, ואם מסתפק וחושש על היפוך הטוב, הוא מחוסר ביטחון. Translation: There is an old misconception rooted in the hearts of many when it comes to the concept of bitachon, trust in Hashem. This term, used by the Hasidim to name a celebrated and central character trait, has undergone a change and has mistakenly become a term to describe the obligation to believe in any situation a person finds himself in, where he faces an undecided future with two ways apparent, one good and the other not, that surely the good outcome will be the one to occur. If one is doubtful and fears the possibility of the opposite of good occurring, he is lacking in bitachon in Hashem. Says there is a mistake that was taught by Hasidim. That's what he calls. He says Hasidim. It's not me picking on Hasidim. That's what he says. And to think, the translator actually called them righteous, but it's a mistake in a translation, which again is the reason why he always said if you know both languages, always read in both languages, because later on he mentions the word tzaddikim, and he also translates that to righteous. Now surely we all know that tzaddikim and Hasidim are two different people. Two different people. Now you can technically translate them superficially the same, but I don't think that's what the author, the Chazon Ish, meant. I think he meant initially Hasidim, and later on tzaddikim, meaning Talmidei Chachamim. So now, he says, there's a misconception. Misconception about bitachon. This trust in Hashem. That is used by the Hasidim that this is in essence a foundational trait to have, but it has gone under some change, and they have mistakenly turned what it is, which we'll explain in a moment, into what most of us have believed or even currently believe what it is, which is that if you were to find yourself in a difficult situation where you have two possibilities, one is a good one is a bad one, surely you don't want the bad one to happen. You just got a letter from the IRS. The IRS says you have problems. You now have two options. One, it disappears into thin air and the IRS forgets you even exist. Or two, you have a serious problem that you have to deal with. Lawyers, accountants, nightmare, money, this, that. Two options. And the misconception is that if you think that the good will happen, meaning that the IRS will just simply disappear, or that perhaps Biden will just die and they'll just give the election to Obama. Who's it? Trump? That all of this would happen, the bad would just go away if you just think about the good. If you think, no, he's going to win, they're going to go away, he's going to win and they're going to go away. Maybe he's going to go away to the same place they're going to go away. And you have this in your mind, you develop a mantra, like the Tony Robbins of the world and all the famous teachers of the world today. They tell you have a mantra. Repeat the same thing over and over again, and if you repeat it and it's good things will happen. Chazon Ish says, wrong. Simply. Wrong. That analysis is not bitachon. It has nothing to do with bitachon, actually. The fact that you don't want something to happen, and therefore you wish for something good to happen, is not going to make the good to happen. Why? This understanding of bitachon is not correct. For as long as the future has not been revealed through prophecy, the future is not decided, for who knows Hashem's judgments and rewards? No, trusting in Hashem is not that. It says, you think that you can write the future with your mind? That no, I'm going to win $1 million. I'm going to win $1 million. I'm going to make $1 million. I'm going to get married also. I'm going to have kids. You think that just you doing that mantra 5 billion times a day, you think that's going to write the future? You actually think the world works this way? Did you ever think about this for a moment? If this really worked, we'd all meditate all day. You wouldn't leave the house. You just sit there all day and say $1 million. Oh, hey, hi, Habibi, how you doing? How are you? Yeah, okay. Just $1 million? Okay, that's what I said. Okay, $1 million. You're precise. I just thought you were going to be generous. Where do we get this from? Where do we get this? It's a mistake. But it's not a mistake taught by heretics. It's not a mistake taught by Reshaim Chas v'Shalom. It's a mistake made by Hasidim, meaning people that are trying to do good. How could this be? I think when we find out what bitachon is, in a moment, we will also at the same time find out why there's a mistake. Because you're not going to find modern day's definition or common definition of bitachon in the books from 300, 400, 500, 600 years ago. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find today's bitachon's definition in the Gemara. You're not going to find it. You're going to find it here, during the lifetime of the Chazon Ish, slightly before, slightly after. That's where you're going to find this window. You're going to find it. That's what he's talking about. There's an issue now where people have changed the real definition of bitachon to positive thinking, and therefore you will now write the future as a result. Because you don't want bad things to happen to you, and therefore you wish good things to happen to you. But how many of us think good and good and good and bad happens anyway? I thought good, Rabbi. Okay, knew what happened. Bad. Okay, Baruch Hashem. What do you mean, Baruch Hashem, Rabbi? I thought if I think good, good things are going to happen. Who told you that? I don't know. Some guy that asked me to put on some tefillin, and he said, think good, think good, think good, think good. And what happened? Bad things happened. Did he tell you to keep Shabbat? No. Do you keep Shabbat? No. So why do you think good things will happen to you? Because he said think good. Yeah, but who said to think good? I don't know. He said God said. But do you know? Did you check? No, I didn't check. But one thing I can tell you for sure, and I can show you, God did say to keep Shabbat though. He did say to keep Shabbat. In fact, he said if you don't keep Shabbat, he's going to kill you. He said that. No, he didn't say that. You're crazy, Rabbi. I like the other guy. He just thinks think good. Yeah, but it didn't work. What's bitachon? What's bitachon, Ribono Shel Olam? What's bitachon? If it's not think good and good things will happen, what is bitachon? Chazon Ish now elaborates. Trusting in Hashem is not that, but rather the belief that nothing happens by chance, and that everything that occurs under the sun is the result of a decree of the Almighty. That's bitachon. Meaning, rather than you have two options, and you wish that option A, because it's better for you, happens, that's not bitachon. What's bitachon? Bitachon is a clear understanding that everything that's happening, everything that happened and everything that will happen is all from the hand of the Almighty. It's all from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and whatever it is that's happening, that's the best. That's bitachon. Meaning, what you perceive as bad and you don't want it to happen, bitachon says, no, it's good. What do you mean it's good? They're telling me they're going to find me $1 million. Perfect. That's bitachon. When that happens, or something else happens, you have to look at either equation. A and B are the same. They're both good. Why? Because whichever choice HaKadosh Baruch Hu picks, surely it's the best one. That's faith in Hashem. That's confidence in Hashem. It's not that you just pick this one. Surely we all want good things to happen. But who says you know what's good for you? Who says you know what's good for you? If good was left to us, I wouldn't even be here. If the definition of good was left to us to determine, I wouldn't be here. Why? I'd still be on Wall Street, or dead, whichever one came first. Never in my wildest dreams would I ever say, you know what, let me just leave a $5-10 million a year job and just go work for free and get cursed out a few times a week. Yeah, that sounds like fun. You know what, instead of working 16 hours a day, pick it up to 20, just to make sure. It's free for all. My definition of good was, like everybody else, go make money, go do this, go do that. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that good is disaster, collapse, turmoil, agony, pain, today. Never. The average person never thinks that the bad that's happening to them is good. Why? Because they perceive things like all of mankind. A wall that's in front of them. Whereas HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees all facets of the wall. In front of it, behind it, through it, on the sides of it, top, bottom of it, and even if it didn't exist at all.